Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy, Jeremy Shapur here. Saturday the 18th was WWE Elimination Chamber. And I want to talk to you guys about it. I want to go through the results. I want to talk about some of the matches. I want to talk about my predictions and the results. So let's get into it. The first match of the night was the Women's Elimination Chamber, where the winner would go on to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. My prediction was Asuka or Carmella to win. The winner was Asuka. And the funny thing is, Carmella and Asuka were the final two. So, the first person eliminated, which I'm happy about, was Nikki Cross. Because I don't know if she was I can't remember if she was women's champion before. But we don't need her as women's champion again. Or for the first time if she hasn't won before. Because, oh my god, no way in hell I could put up with her as women's champion. So I'm glad. The person that was eliminated second, which I was surprised about, was Natalya, who also happens to be Canadian. Because if you guys didn't know, the Elimination Chamber this year was in Montreal, Quebec, and that will play a big part of it when it comes to the final match of the night, which I will talk about in a second, or which I will talk about at the end, because it was the final match of the night. The third person that was eliminated was Liv Morgan. Now, do I think Liv should have been eliminated third? Honestly, I would have switched where Liv and Natalya were eliminated. Have Natalya eliminated third and Liv eliminated second, because one, even though she was women's champion before, let's face it, in my opinion, it wasn't a very good reign as a champion. So, okay, whatever. The fourth person eliminated was Raquel Rodriguez. Now, how do I put this nicely? Raquel should maybe have not been eliminated fourth. She probably should have been in the final two, because let's face it, she should have been in the final two. I don't care what anybody else says. Like I said, the final two were Carmella and Asuka, with Asuka winning the whole thing. Now, just give me 1 second here. I need to blow my trumpet. Sorry about that. Now, in my honest opinion, Carmella should have won the whole thing. Because right now, Asuka needs a little bit of a push to get her evil character, or evil persona, however you want to say it, built more. Because right now, all we have is Asuka with evil face paint, and that's it. But after this, she's going to be facing Bianca Belair, and let's face it, probably win at Mania. And all we're going to have at Mania is evil Asuka and face paint. That's it. Or Asuka and evil face paint, sorry. Unless she decides to bring back, I think it's Kana at WrestleMania. Let's face it, if she doesn't bring back Kana, all we're going to have at Mania is Asuka and evil face paint, and that's it. The second match of the night was Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Now, my prediction was Brock Lesnar, but the winner of the match was Bobby Lashley by DQ after Lesnar hit Bobby with a low blow. Now, some people are going to hate me, some people might love me, I don't care. in my opinion, Triple H either has to do something with Brock, or Brock has to ask for his release. Because since Triple H, I love what Triple H has done with creative, but since Triple H has taken over creative, Brock Lesnar has not won a match cleanly. He was eliminated from this year's Rumble way too early. I think he lasted, 5 to 10 minutes at most, and that's it. And then, on top of all that, the plan for him is to face Omos. That's right, Omos of all people at Mania. Heck, he could have faced Dominic Mysterio. He could have faced anybody else and put on a great match. But no. He's probably going to face Omos. That's all I'm going to say about that. The WWE Triple H has to either do something with Brock, or Brock has to ask for his release, because behind Roman Reigns, Brock is my second favorite wrestler. Next match, and I do have a bunch of things to talk about this next match. Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. My prediction was Rhea and Finn. They should have won the match, by the way, and I will explain in a second. The result of the match, the winners of the match, was Edge and Beth. Now, if you haven't watched that match, go back and watch it before continuing this video, because, oh boy, do I have a bunch of things to talk about. First of all, I love Edge. Third favorite wrestler of all time. Beth, on the other hand, probably gonna get hate for this. Beth has to stay retired and never come back for another match. I'll explain why in 1 second, but she has to stay retired. This match, she looked slow. She looked sloppy. And as I said earlier, Rhea and Finn should have won the match, but they were screwed. At one point, Rhea and Beth were both down on the outside, and Finn had Edge covered for the 3 count. The ref went 1, 2, and then went like that. And instead of counting 3, didn't count 3. And 2 seconds later, literally go back and watch. 2 seconds later, here comes Beth Phoenix to break up the 3 count. Literally 2 seconds after it should have been the 3 count, here comes Beth to break it up. Now, I don't know if Beth was just having an off day. I don't know if it's because she was working with Rhea. I don't know what it was. But in my honest opinion, Beth should stay retired and never come back for another match. Now, the fourth match of the night was the Men's Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship. My prediction was Seth Rollins or Montez Ford. The winner of the match was fucking Austin Theory. And I'll explain that in a second. First of all, Bronson Reed. What was the point of him even being in that match? It literally took not 1, not 3, but 6 super kicks to eliminate him. Well, 6 super kicks and 1 or 2 other moves to eliminate him, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So, okay, I'm glad he was eliminated first, because what was the point of him even being in that match? Secondly, the second person eliminated, Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano was eliminated second in the match. And the third person eliminated was Damian Priest. Now, honestly, I would have switched the two, had Damian Priest eliminated second. But no, Damian Priest needed to stay in the match longer because he's with the Judgment Day. Which is just a fucking fucking stupid faction, by the way. Honestly, people are probably gonna hate me for saying this, and I know I'm going off topic with this. By the way, if you do hear noise in the background, I'm sorry. They're working in other apartments, so sorry about that. But to go back to the Judgment Day, honestly, it should have just stayed Finn, Damian, and Rhea. With Dominic Mysterio in there, it's just stupid. It's honestly just a stupid faction. Yes, Dominic can wrestle a little bit. He needs to work on it, but he can wrestle a little bit. Was he good at wrestling when he was with his father? Yes. But it has been how long since he last had a match and cleanly won? I think he's had, one or two matches since he's joined the Judgment Day. And each of them, either Finn, Rhea, or Damian has helped him win that match. Honestly, they should have just left Rey Mysterio and Dominic as tag champions for a while longer. They should have built Dominic up more before putting him with the Judgment Day. Or better yet, don't put him with the Judgment Day at all. Anyways, let's get back to the US Elimination Chamber match. Now, the fourth person eliminated was Montez Ford. Honestly, Ford did a wonderful job in this match. He had a crazy spot diving off the top of the cell, or the chamber, I should say, sorry. I think other than Seth Rollins, Seth and Gargano, he was one of the top 3 wrestlers in that match last night. And then, the person I was hoping would win, Seth Rollins, was eliminated by Austin fucking Theory. If you can't tell by the numerous videos I've done, and if I talk about Theory, I absolutely hate him. First of all, the only reason he was brought to the main roster was because of Vince McMahon, let's be honest. He was supposed to be the next John Cena. There's no way in hell he will ever be the next John Cena. I'm just saying that now. If somebody has to be the next John Cena, it's not going to be him. But let's get back to the match for a second. The only reason, and this is another person I absolutely hate that's in the WWE right now. The only reason Rollins got eliminated by Austin Theory was because of interference from Logan Paul, of all fucking people. Now, if you guys didn't watch the video I made about why WWE hired Logan Paul in the first place, go watch that. But honestly, Logan shouldn't even be in the WWE to begin with. Stick with boxing, stick with YouTube, stick with the podcast. Stay out of WWE. As I said in that video I made about why WWE hired Logan Paul, they only hired him for the money. Go watch that video and it all makes sense. If it's Logan Paul and Seth at WrestleMania, I sure in fucking hell hope that Seth Rollins wins the match. Because anytime if Seth Rollins doesn't win that match, anytime Logan Paul's on TV anymore, I'm switching. But better yet, if Logan Paul wins that match at Mania, I'm getting rid of my WWE subscription. Because I cannot fucking stand Logan Paul. He is an absolute... trying to be nice here. But he is an absolute idiot. Stick with the podcast where you could be an idiot with your other idiot friends. Stick to YouTube. Make your stupid videos. stick with boxing where you could keep going, where you could keep doing what you love, but stay out of the WWE. Now, the final match of the night was the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn, in Sami Zayn's hometown of Montreal, Quebec. Now, my prediction, even though lots of people, almost everybody wanted Sami to win, my prediction was Roman. The winner was Roman. Now, I hate to say this, but I feel like Triple H or whoever was running creative during the Bloodline story, I think, or was it? Yeah, it was Triple H that broke up Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. I think Triple H decided to break up Sami Zayn and the Bloodline at a terrible point. Because right now we have one of the best storylines in WWE history, in my opinion, with the Bloodline and Sami Zayn. Because right now Sami Zayn's one of the top stars in WWE. But then again, who won the Royal Rumble but Cody Rhodes? They should have waited. If they wanted to break up the Bloodline, they should have waited until after Mania. Because right now, when Cody wins the championships at WrestleMania, because I hate to say it, even though I am with the Tribal Chief, I hate to say it, but Cody's going to win. We're going to have another Batista moment. Or what was it, a Batista or Daniel Bryan moment? I can't remember. But we're going to have another one of those moments where one of the top wrestlers in WWE wins the titles, and then everybody hates them for winning the titles because they wanted Sami Zayn to win. I think it was a Batista moment, because I'm pretty sure, actually whatever, I don't care. It was Batista or Daniel Bryan moment with Triple H, whatever it was, I can't remember. But when Cody wins the titles at Mania, everybody's going to hate him, or not everybody, but some people are going to hate him because they wanted Sami Zayn to win the titles instead of him. They wanted Sami Zayn versus Cody at Mania, which it should have been. Or better yet, Sami Zayn versus Cody at Mania for one of the championships. Doesn't matter if it was the WWE or Universal Championship, I don't care. Put one of the titles on each of them. Instead of having both titles together, put one of the titles on each of them and put one of them on Raw and one of them on SmackDown. So, in my predictions, I went 2 for 5. I got 2 right, 3 others wrong. One of them mostly because Brock Lesnar got fucking DQ'd. But other than that, there's what I thought about Elimination Chamber. All in all, I'd give it, out of 5 stars, I'd give it 3.5. People are saying, oh, this was the best Elimination Chamber ever. If Brock Lesnar wouldn't have got DQ'd and some of the other matches weren't so bad, because in my opinion, Elimination Chamber, the men's Elimination Chamber and the Edge, Beth, Finn and Rhea matches weren't very good. Other than that, Elimination Chamber 3 out of 5. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. As my 2 sayings always go, always shoot your shot before it's too late, and always tell your loved ones you love them before it's too late. This is Jeremy Sput, signing out. Peace.